I'm live. Alright. Hello, everybody. Welcome to another edition of Fridays with LT9K. My name is your glorious host, Lonely Times 9000. It is Friday, July 10th, 2026. You know what to do, folks. Please hit the like, share, subscribe. You will be notified every time I go live. I will put out a premiere. I will put out a video essay. I'll put out a short video. And I'll put out a post on the channel. You all know what to do. Some shout outs. It's going to be a hell of a show. It's been a hell of a week. It's going to be a hell of a show. Alright. Yes, and also turn the fucking top chat off. We don't like top chat. We always want all messages. But first, let's do some shout outs. The reference frame, Boku, and Real John the Film. Good to see you all. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm about to leave on a fishing trip, going to listen in the car. Hope you enjoy the fishing trip, buddy. Thank you in advance for the stream. I'm sure it will be great. Yep. Hope you have a nice time. Hope you have a nice weekend. Reference frame. Hope you have a great time. And hope you're back by Sunday and ready for another hell of a week. And I hope you're back for next week's show. Excuse me. What the hell? What happened? What happened here? Shit. Technical problems. Technical problems. Alright, I got 4 people. I got 3 likes. Now I got 3 people as I look at it. But on my end it still says 4. But on my end it's 3 people because all you people in the chat are fucking quiet. Excuse me. Turn down Kogan for a fucking second. Yeah, okay, let's do that. Okay, I'm ready. Yeah, we got 4 people and 3. Okay. I'm here just listening to the end of the Ben Dixon show, okay? I would have been live this morning, okay. But hey, welcome. Hope you enjoy yourself. It's been a hell of a week. I know you're saying that we're tired of talking about you know who. Hey DJX, welcome in. Hello. Welcome. Probably you'll be live later. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh yeah. Again, hell of a week. Welcome everybody to the show. Hope you enjoy yourselves. Hope you join your stay. And let's get things started. It's 3:04 Eastern. 4 people in. It's on the agenda. Let's see. So, on the agenda today. Oh boy. I think we had a hell of a week. I mean, we've been stuck on this Grand Platinum talk all week. But I was watching MR from work, portions of it. I couldn't really stay that long. As you know, I have a day job, and only time I can stay in the chat is on Mondays. For all of the serious half and portions of the serious half, because on Mondays I work till 6 Eastern, 5 Central. Hello Anna, welcome in. Give Riley my hello. Welcome in, I hope you're doing well with that arm. Anyway, I know everybody's been talking about Graham Plattner. Everybody's been so divided in the chat. Everybody's been shitting on most of these on our commentaries. Will do. He's working today. Good, cool. Okay. But listen, I'm not gonna go like, oh, is he gonna like, oh, is he gonna do the same fucking, deliver the same talking points like everybody else on the leftist commentary? Like, is he gonna do, like, is he gonna be like, every other fucking leftist commentator? And is he gonna deliver, like, let's defend Graham Plattner shit? No. I'm not one of those. I'm sorry. We have been calling out the left media internet most of this week, okay? I'm not one of those, I'm not one of those people that's gonna go, let's fucking, calm it down, okay? Let's calm it down. And, it's like, no. After Monday, there won't be as much reason to talk about him. Yep. There won't be as much reason to talk about him. You're absolutely right. I know everybody's so fucking tired of talking about him. And you know what? Everybody should be tired of talking about him. But who is not tired about talking about him? TYT. TYT's not talking about him. Gotta focus on the next candidate. I guess that's Troy Jackson. Could possibly be. But I would recommend Troy Jackson. Well, that's the deal. Okay. I'll get that later. Alright. But I do recommend Troy Jackson if I were Maine. Like, it's like, for all of our stupidity of us defending Graham Plattner, who is a sexual rapist, or for censorship rapist purposes that YouTube's gonna fucking take down my stream, grapist, because I know YouTube's gonna take on my goddamn stream, and I know how YouTube is, so I'm not gonna fuck with them. And yes, the little Nazi tattoo, it's been on there since 2007. Had not anybody known about the tattoo. As I was reading something from Chink's stupid tweet that he got fact-checked that the Nazi tattoo had been on him since 2007. 2007. Now, that's 19 years. 19 years. Oh, well, I gotta have a little tattoo. I gotta have, I gotta have a little offensive tattoo, so, let us get freaked out. We cannot be all stupid. And then, I can, take a I can take a playbook out of Donald Trump. That's me, Graham Plattner. I'm ashamed of myself for being a mariner in Maine. Because if I do more shit like that, I'm going to jail. That's me, Graham Plattner. Yeah. I think I'm Mr. Town with all these women that I've, done crime. Oh, God. I'm kept trying, asking why is rape allegations the final line and not war crimes. I try to answer that question from my perspective. One of my fears is I'm not sure is discussed isn't how many other Platiners out there, both in the military and out of it. We got one of my wonderful moms. Welcome in, Rusty. Welcome in, Blackwater. Yes, please hit the like, share, and subscribe, and share my channel. Thank you. Okay, and Grand Platinum, if you're watching this, and you're kind of thinking to yourself, what the fuck was I doing? What the hell was I doing? Oh, what the fuck was I thinking? You know? You're secretly jerking off many years ago to women that you should never grate or rape. Understand? And then everybody made the perfect mistake of saying, oh, Grand Platinum, such a wonderful guy. We didn't know at the time he was a rapist. And then he came into the picture. We didn't know. We were so confused. If you understand, we the chat were confused. We the other chatters were confused back then. We, the entire leftist online people were so confused back then. We were thrown a curveball. Back when Grand Platinum stepped into the picture and threw his hat into this Senate race. If you understand what I am talking about, we were confused back then. We were basically, thrown a curveball. Say most of these left online commentators, like the Majority Report and gotta think of others. Maybe like the Vanguard, the Serfs, I know they can't. Afternoon, Sandy, welcome in. I gotta think of others. Well, anyway, you get the picture. But especially T.Y. fucking T, who, especially T.Y. fucking T, who completely supports the shit out of this rapist. I can't understand why. I don't understand why. I'm outside, got headphones on, so I won't be chatting, but I'm definitely listening to you. Thank you. Love you, Sandy. But I don't understand. I don't understand why these motherfuckers at TYT constantly want to back Platinum. Let's Brad Platinum, he's so wonderful. Of course he's wonderful. Why did he drop out? Of course, he's wonderful. Of course, Jake has to spell the hell. He has to scream his fucking lungs out. And I was like, Grand Platinum, he didn't do anything wrong. Or am I a complete dumbass that stays at home, bitching and moaning about how the Majority Report is, being so completely fucking wrong, but my takes about everything I do, I'm just, oh, well, I really have to listen to this what I'm doing. I sound like Mickey Mouse. Thank you. Hi, Jerry. Welcome in. Whatever happened to the third person on her take? You know what? Let me update you on that. I think her take has gone to hell and died. It's gone to hell and died. Andrea was right about Graham Plattner from the Barry Beginner. Yep. Perfect junk yogurt. Thank you. Thank you, Donna. I can agree with YTY on obvious issues. Ugh. TYT constantly talks about genocide. They are not completely evil. Ooh, I don't know if I can agree with you with that, but okay. Genocide, okay. But other things, no. No. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I don't give a fuck what I have to say. Nikki Kasparian. Nikki Kasparian. I'm sorry. Okay. Oh, so I kind of made Anna Kasparian like Mickey Mouse. I had to mix her voice. Oh, like the Karen voice, and then mixed it up with Mickey Mouse. Okay. I tried to mix it up a little. Okay. But again, I did get Cenk Uger's impersonation real good. But anyway, what I'm saying is, it's not just TYT as well. It's also Bernie Sanders said in their sentences was, "Huh? Well, they told me to get off of they told me to get off of her take with this evil piece of shit show. Fell and PDD canceled it, and they never given me my paycheck. So it was a goddamn failure." Didn't Jake start Justice Democrats with may have produced AOC? I think so. But anyway, back to what I was saying. Anyway, I think Bernie Sanders, who again, as everybody might have been saying, who is a little bit of a Zionist, of course, but he has his takes on this meaningless wars in Iran, in Lebanon, and Palestine, and Gaza. Told him to drop the fuck out. But again, my saying is he is a little bit of a Zionist. But that doesn't matter. Graham Plattner is another one of those Zionists. He's not only a rapist, okay? He's not only a rapist, and not only a Nazi with that fucking Nazi tattoo, or whatever the hell he put it on his body. He's such, again, I'm saying he's such a fucking Zionist. I'm laying the secret on you that was never said about Graham Plattner. He is a Zionist. A total failure and a total Zionist. As I read your comment, yes, Cenk and Kyle Kulinski are mostly responsible for the Justice Democrats. That's because that when TYT made shit happen, that TYT does not have the same power to push certain candidates anymore. The DSA does now. Yeah, and look what DSA is doing. Look what the hell is DSA is doing. Look what they're doing. They're kicking ass. Look what happened recently in Colorado. DSA won again. And look what happened in Michigan. The fucking debate with Abdul Syed and Haley Stevens, who sounds a little bit like, Bobby Hill from, King of the Hill. If you ever watched that show, it sounds like Bobby Hill. Completely lost. Haley Stevens is the loser of that debate. I think I got that little impersonation correctly. I think I got it correctly. How is he a Zionist? How is Plattner a Zionist? I don't think Plattner has ever said anything about the meaningless wars, okay, Rusty? I don't think he said it. I don't think he said anything about the meaningless wars. I don't think he ever called out Israel for their evil actions. I don't think they ever did. I don't think he ever did. You got it. Thank you. Plattner did call it genocide. Okay, so he was he was anti-Gaza application. Okay, so he was okay. So I'm gonna take it back. He's not a Zionist. It's a fact of Plattner could be a potential rapist. Yes. Okay, so I'll take it back. My apology. My apologies. Thanks for calling me out, Rusty. And who else called me out? Rusty called me out. Okay. Yes. Yes. I'm sorry. I'll take that back. But yeah, he's in the past. But again, I need the left online commentators to understand that when we're putting Graham Plattner into most sentences, to most sentences of debates, like what you saw last night in the Majority Report, like, holy shit, that was a heated debate. It's such a tough issue to talk about. It's such a sad issue to talk about, especially with women in the chat. I can't find any more words to describe how disgusting it is. Let me see. I'm just Armin, you mean welcome in. And also Evan Portland, welcome in. I need to read your comments real quick after I finish my point. But again, we don't need to fucking argue. This is what divides the left. You can debate nicely, but you don't have to fucking argue. The only people you can argue with is trolls and bag idiots. And those who support, grape. You understand what I'm saying? Those are the people you are supposed to hate. And you are also supposed to hate TYT fans. You are also supposed to hate simps who sent for Anna and Jink. And come out onto the Majority Report chat and shit on the Majority Report. But again, you can call them out for the mistakes nicely. But you don't have to, go, oh, well, I'm going to go very, call them out very hard in a very pissed off way. Be sweet about it. Be nice. Just call them out in a calm way. And say, fact check. I'm going to fact check you very sweetly. I'm going to do this very nicely. And say that you're wrong and I don't agree. And I don't agree with your take. Yada da 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 da. Okay? We don't have to argue. We're supposed to love each other. This is how the works. The internet is not about nice, of course. But I just want to give advice to you. I'm doing it in a nice and calm way. So I don't have to, go hard on you. So I don't have to kick you out. I don't want to go hard on you. Okay? I don't want to do it. I'm only telling y'all in a very nicer way. But anyway, that's my take. Let me go ahead and read these comments. Okay, what I did watch, I watched the new Left in the Box video yesterday. Again, it was about TYT. I don't know if you want to watch it. It was from a Left of the Box video yesterday. I watched it, so you don't have to. But let me go ahead and read these comments real quick. Citrus are scared of DSA. They're doing whatever the hell they can to sour division among the rank and life. Yes. Evan from Portland, yes, welcome in. I forgot to welcome you in. I'm so sorry. DSA also does a bunch of community building in addition to the political work, the mutual aid and housing programs that we're making. Also, happy Friday, folks. Yes, and I agree with that. DSA is wonderful. Can we also recognize that a lot of people on the left across the spectrum, when you're using the plant dress courses out of scores and non-opponents and constitutes didn't like it, gross. Yeah, we can do that. The only question that remains in my mind of Plattner is who will he get charged by whom? We shall see. Good question. And I personally want to know how NYT dropped the ball in their piss poor reporting last month. You know what? Yes, the New York Times is a piss poor resource of a journalistic way, and I don't know how the hell they dropped the ball with their piss poor reporting last month. They are piss poor, I agree. And this is the example of the mainstream media, and you can't trust. I can say that because you can't trust mainstream media. You cannot trust television news anymore. The only fuckers that trust television news is the old fucks, okay? I'm telling you that now. I don't hate anyone, just dislike some. Okay, I'll take that. I heard Hassan and Mitch are dating on the video. Oh, well, that's so funny. Arvin. Also, it's probably Midas touch neo-libs, centrist, and that is probably probably shit and troll on MR. You know what? Thank you for pointing out, Arvin, thank you for pointing out on the fact on Midas touch, neo-libs, and centrists. Probably shit and troll on MR. I'm so sick of the Midas touch, neo-libs, and centrists. You know why? Because Midas Touch is a blue MAGA channel and podcast. And they're basically falling for the mainstream media tricks. They are basically not left. They should not be the number one podcast. Ever. They shouldn't. I think the Majority Report should be the number one podcast. And tell Midas Touch to go fucking kick rocks. And I think, this is my opinion, you don't have to take my word for it, that TYT should be the least favorite podcast and get out of the rankings. I heard DSA, and thank you for bringing that up. And if anyone from Midas Touch trolls, if any one of you is from Midas Touch is watching me now, you want to shit and troll me, get out of my chat. Fuck you. I don't have time for you. It's hard not to put some of these people on blast though, because they're shameless liars and popping all over the woodwork. what do we learn about this? That is, if it's not DSA vetting candidates, and then I don't trust the candidate, better vetting is what we have learned exactly. Planner's not DSA. Planner has not been on DSA. I heard DSA had no role of propping Planner. We will demand better vetting from now on. This is what we have learned from people like me who did support Planner. Ugh. Collins is too old to run, in my honest opinion. Yeah, she is so old. She is old as fuck. I mean, she's like one of those old fuckers that is still in office. Kick the old fucks out! It's time for them to go. They are old as hell. Look at Mitch McConnell. I mean, everybody's been asking this question. Is Mitch McConnell dead? He's 90 years old. 90 fucking years old, and he's still in office. My God. And we got other senators or Congress people that are like 70 or 80 years old, or some approaching their 90s, and it's time for them to go. They have done their duty. They need to get the fuck out. Donald Trump, who's our fucking idiot president, is 80 years old. He needs to go. There needs to be no old people in office whatsoever. If you look at Alabama's governor, who's completely fucking stupid and almost sounds like Kermit the Frog.
Well, I think I'm telling it something like this. I'm completely an old woman, and I run the state, and I run the state of Alabama to shit, because I don't give a fuck about my state. I'm just a little old lady. If I can trust Sesame Street, yes. I can, yes. I'm completely old as hell. It's just, I'm so sad. I really am old. I really can't understand why I'm still in office. So I'm just an old ass version of Kermit the Frog, and I need to get the hell out of that office. So no old fucks in office. Anyway, yeah.
They didn't endorse. Yeah, they did not endorse. DSA did not have any part with Graham Plattner, so they didn't endorse him. He got us right. Can we trust Sesame Street? Lincoln Project 2. Yeah, oh yeah, Lincoln Project 2. Same thing. Lincoln Project 2. Fucking stupid. Blue MAGA. For now, arrest Plattner for BNE and SA and Maynard's vote for Troy Story. 2026. Yeah, if I was Maine, I would vote for Troy. Y'all need to wake the fuck up, man. Collins needs to pass a congenital test and get a clearance from doctors. Interesting. I don't support Midas Touch, but I have no direct criticisms. Midas is centrist BS. Yep. Not just Midas Touch. Lincoln Project. My criticisms are the Blue MAGA, VBNMW, centrist positions. Yeah, I wonder when Plattner is getting charged. And by him, I already read that. I don't know about Midas Touch. To be honest, with you, the only thing you're gonna know about Midas Touch is they made a mistake about Trump's former lawyer that's sat in jail. Whatever the hell his name is, the last name Cohen, Michael Cohen, who sat in jail for Donald Trump. Plattner just fled away from the public. Yep. The last day we'll hear about Plattner is today. I hope so. Because somebody said after Monday we won't have to hear. I heard from Autumn Countdown. I heard from Autumn Count from Sesame Street taught Ducky. That was like a Kermit and Papa Time voice. Yeah, I mixed that up for K. Ives. You know, I don't understand why not arrest him. I don't understand either. Platinum was get back his old tattoo. I play a song for Duck when he shows up at my stream. It's called I Want a New Duck by Weird Al Yank. It's a parody of Huey Lewis's I Want a New Drug. Nice! Some of the Midas Touch host stars said some really troubling things after October 7th. Really? Really? So that tells me that Midas Touch and the Lincoln Project are complete Zionists. Now it's true. And you can agree with me, Real John Blatt and Libyan. Yes? Can you agree with me on that, that Midas Touch and the Lincoln Project, now that you just told me in the chat that some of the Midas Touch hosts said some really troubling things after October 7th, are complete fucking Zionists? We can agree with that, right, right, John? AOC stayed away from Blattner. Yeah, good on her. But, good on her part, because, had she not stayed away from Blattner, it would have been a hell of a problem. AOC was smart. Yeah, she was so smart to stay the fuck away from Blattner. I've been talking for almost 38 minutes. Not all the hosts, but several of them. From what I remember, it was something along with the lines, quote unquote, we can appreciate the need for Israel to quote unquote go slow after October 7th. Are you fucking serious? Are you fucking serious? God damn. Holy shit. Now this is why you can't trust Blue MAGA. Holy fucking shit. Wait. So, Platinum was never endorsed by DSA or Hassan for that matter. Yeah. Listen. Hassan and DSA never had a part of endorsing Graham Plattner. If I can, I'll find the video, but that'll involve a bit of digging. Yeah, please find the video for me. If you find the video for me, I'll make it mine real quick. Please find the video. You know what? Hold on. There you go. Now, if you can, please find the video for me. Thank you so much. I'm heating up last night's General's chicken. Good. Hassan advocated but never officially endorsed Plattner. Well, one mistake, but anyway. But again, he had no part of officially endorsing Plattner. You understand? No part. Nor Mike, nor Andrea, nor Lance, and obviously Aaron. So, if you can dig it, you're listening to me, John. Dig for the video. Like right now. Go back to at least 2022 or 2023, whenever the war started. Look it up for me. I want to see this video for myself. Right now. I think Amy AME are finding out that rape allegations can take a campaign, so I heard they're trying to cock up something for DRC. Ooh! Oh, wait. Many. Okay. I would ask the same question. Which sauce are you going to rub the chicken on? Orange soy, General Tsu, or barbecue? You know what? General Tsu is actually very good. If you put it on, the General's chicken, it's actually very good. And also, like General Tsu is very, 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 very good. General Tsu, and actually, it's very, very good if you do that. I think it's a little healthy for you. Especially with the soy noodles, the Chinese noodles. You know what I'm talking about. I have that sometimes. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. I make a great twice fried chicken, but I was lazy, huh? I see Salaibat Hassan, he's a mod there. Yep. You can understand that Salaibat and I are very, very busy mods. You don't know how the hell Salaibat and I do it. You don't know. You don't even know. Because, hey, Salaibat and I mod for a bunch of damn channels. We had our own histories of getting fired for some channels. But I'm not going to explain the stories. That's for you to figure out. Okay. While I wait for John to dig out the video that I want, you guys are crazy to mod so many channels. I'm a mod of 2 channels, John Ross and someone named Dread Metal. I never heard of Dread Metal. Absolutely. I did put an extra literal ton of chopped ginger in the sauce though. Nice. Oh shit. Ooh, the Vanguard's gone live. I guess they're gonna recap what happened on the Ryan Grimm interview. I saw that the chat was going crazy. But, yeah. People were talking about Kyle Kalinske, and, he's being a little too lib. So Soleil, like say for example, Soleil, I think Leaves. Who else? Who else said that Kyle Kalinske was being a little too lib? I gotta take a shower, be back as ASAP. Okay. I think I might have to retile this, a Vanguard pre-stream. I don't know if I want to do that. Anyway, I'm figuring out who else said that, Kyle Kalinske was a little too lib, and I think I might agree. I don't know if Autumn said it, but I hear some people that are saying, as I read before, that Kyle Kalinske, husband of Crystal Ball, was a little too lib. He's great at impersonations, but I can agree with some people right now that he's a little too lib. And I think he needs to be called out for his opinions. Okay? Plus, he needs to slow down on talking. He needs to slow down so we can understand what the hell he is saying. Okay? But sometimes he needs to slow down the video. Because not everyone's going to understand what the hell they are saying. And especially, I don't understand. No, not everybody's going to understand what the hell you're saying. Yes, please hit the like, share, subscribe, and share my channel. But again, I can personally agree. Lil Tulip and, I don't know if you're feeling this. Donna, why don't you take us in the shower too? Wink, wink. Just wish Kyle Kalinske didn't record those quote-unquote live on the bed videos. It's weird. I can agree that those live on the bed videos actually fucking weird. But you can hear Crystal talk in the background, or sometimes you get to see Crystal. But I want to say this. I don't know what Crystal Ball sees in Kyle. I really don't know what Kyle, no, I'm sorry. I don't know what Crystal sees in Kyle. I know that they're married. But this is my opinion. I don't know what Crystal sees in Kyle. He gets a pass through because he cuts his calls quote unquote stinky. Oh wait, John, did you find the video for me? Did you find the video for me that I asked for? Did you find that video? I don't know what Crystal sees in Sagar. You know what? Sagar's been missing. I don't give a fuck about Sagar. Don't even ask. Don't even ask. And Ryan Grimm is that fucking worse. And so is that little blonde lady named Emily. Might be a little worse than Nana, okay? I'm at work. It'll be a while before I can start on this project. Oh, okay. I don't want to interrupt you at work. I don't want you to interrupt me at work. But please, if you're on Discord, please send me the video. Please. Very, very helpful. If you're on Discord, John, please send me the video. And I want to see the video myself so I can show y'all next week. And then I'll give everybody the chance to reply on the chat. Thank you so much. Okay. I was very hard on Ryan Grimm this morning on chat. Okay, anyway, here is an update on Amy Fitzgerald's campaign. She sent me this last night. Let me get myself out of the way. I would love to show you this real quick. This is what I was sent last night from Annie Fitzgerald. This is an update on her campaign. If I could turn the brightness up. Nope, I don't want the sound. I want the brightness. Well, I'm not sure I can agree with Grimm's logic. He presented his side of the argument well enough. Anyway, this is an update from her campaign. Got Washington talking about Brooke and Braille Library on board today to be a charity for my fundraiser on the 25th of July. I'm super stoked. I need to talk to y'all about how they got their funding because it's total bullshit. And then follow up, holy shit, I just got a call from the Deputy Secretary of State of Washington. He talked to me about the library and told me that only 7,800 Washingtons participate in the service, but up to 250,000 are eligible and just don't know that the library exists. They are funded currently through document deeds from real estate sales, but when the inflation goes up, they lose money. They also receive federal funding that they had to sue the Trump regime to maintain funding. They were closed for nearly a year because of this, but recently reopened. They want their funding to come from the general fund, and I think if more eligible people were to use their services, the legislature would take their funding more seriously. But holy shit, I have the Deputy Secretary of State's number now, and he said that I could call him for any questions. And call him anytime with questions. Okay. So that's good news. That was what I was sent last night. And I just wanted to share it with y'all. So congratulations if you're watching me. Otherwise, if you're watching this on demand, we get to talk again soon. We support you all the way. But holy shit, that's big news. I didn't see it because I was too busy minding the mafia. But again, congratulations. That's big news. Anyway, but sadly, let me tell you this, and it's not endorsed by DSA. I don't know if she'll be ever endorsed by DSA. Anyway, let me read your comments real quick. Oh, Annie, I was just reading about you. Hello. My pleasure. Welcome in. Hey, y'all. Hey, Looney. I'm only dropping in for an amendment prepping for our candidate form tomorrow. Thank you for sharing my news. Hey, my pleasure. Thank you for sharing it. I didn't know. I was too damn busy minding the Lux Mafia. Thank you so much for sharing it with me last night. I have been endorsed by Professor Victory, though. Yeah. Oh, yeah, the same damn people that let Vosh onto their fucking stream. Who thinks Donald takes suspicious long showers? Maybe me? Wink, wink. Good luck on your candidate forum tomorrow. And hopefully we get to talk again soon. Subject to what happens. Anyway. Well, I'm not sure I agree with Grimm's logic. He presented his side of the argument. Well done. Oh, I read that. I don't know what Crystal says to Saga. I don't give a fuck about him. Ryan Grimm isn't worse, but he's trending bad. He's trending to hell. I was very hard on Ryan Grimm this morning in chat. I can't comment on Bosch, but PB is good people. Yeah, they're very good. But I was watching the Ryan Grimm interview this morning. Let me call out Ryan Grimm for a second. Ryan Grimm, I think most of your takes on this were shit. And I don't know if your takes are acceptable because most of the people in the chat were saying, oh, you're a rape apologist. Yes, maybe. Could he be a rape apologist? You don't know that. You don't know that if you're trying to be a troll. But by tomorrow or Monday, we never have to talk about Graham Plattner ever again. Unless we have to talk about his arrest. But another thing we have to say is fuck ICE. You know, for that murder in Houston, which is pretty fucking sad, which I must say, if you remember the murders in Minneapolis, this is like the third, no, there was other murders in Portland. Now, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 murders by ICE. That's the 5th murder committed by ICE on an innocent citizen. 5th one. And this time, in Houston, on the person that they were trying to, quote unquote, detain. And that's pretty fucking sad. That is pretty sad. I don't know how the hell. I'm pretty sure Officer Lane is the only one who can save us from ICE. I'm pretty sure. But at this point, you can't trust officers. Okay? You just can't. Oh boy. Effing learn. At this point, you just can't trust ICE. But I really, really hate to show you the video. Because it is completely disturbing. And it will remind you of the deaths from ICE in Minneapolis and Portland earlier this year. Just months after the murders from ICE in Portland and Minneapolis, we have the 5th murder by ICE. Gonna watch some Sandy TYT video. I gotta repeat that again. I already watched it. I watched it yesterday. But if you want me to watch it, that's fine. But I want to get to the talking. No, I mean for us. I mean, if you want to watch it, that's fine. But what I want, I could use it as a teaser. Okay. Well, but it is a 59-minute video due to the fact that it was clipped from a This Space TV episode. I don't want y'all sitting for 59 minutes. I just want y'all to get to the point. I just want to get to the talking points. It's 59 minutes and 54 seconds. I'm still trying to get to the latest Bricks and Minifigs video. You could play a few minutes of it. I'm going to play a few minutes of it. It's only 59 minutes. Again, the video is only 59 minutes and 54 seconds. Not to mention just a thought. Okay. Well, I can only play about a few minutes of it. Alright. Live and in person is Looney Tunes 9000. Hey Earth homies! Del Salverde, welcome in. Alright, so I'm going to play a portion of this video. Alright, because it's from Sandy, left out of the box. Please subscribe to that channel. Again, this is a clip from her Dead Space TV show. Again, let me read you the disclaimer from her video real quick. Let me read you the disclaimer real quick that she put in the video. All claims against Graham Plattner are allegations that have not been proven in court. By law, everyone is innocent until proven guilty. All my commentary, or in my words, all Sandy's commentary is Sandy's opinion, not statements of fact based on the information that Sandy was exposed to. So this is all Sandy's opinion, okay? Not my words. That's the disclaimer in the video. It was nice enough for her to put a little disclaimer. I'm going to skip most of it, okay? Because I want to get to the parts. I want to get to most of the parts. I want to get to most of these parts. I want to get to the Jake and Anna portion of the video. Because, again, I can't stand for a long video if it's 1 hour, 59 minutes, or whatever. Okay, we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna start from here, and we're gonna end after the TYT clip in the video. Let me turn the sound up. But first, I'm going to read you what Jake put out on Twitter, or Junk Yogurt. So this is what I know for sure about Plattner. Every legacy media outlet is trying their hardest to make sure he knows or he loses. They're investigating every minute and every facet part of his life. They never do this for insiders, of course. They despise outsiders who challenge power. The minute a candidate says he's not going to listen to the donors, especially AIPAC, fuck AIPAC, of course. He's set upon 24/7 by people posing as reporters. They attack the dogs of the wealthy and powerful people who run this country, of course. Hold on, shit. And they hate it when their orders are not followed. Follow the orders. So no, I don't believe in my mainstream media story, or should I say any mainstream media story. I think they are agents of propaganda and not real news. And to my knowledge, they haven't investigated a single component of Susan Collins, who is completely old as hell and fucking stupid. I'm sorry, I'm EB. I was hoping to stay for the entire street, but I gotta sleep. Go get your sleep, Marvin. Have a good one. A very corrupt life, because that's precisely. Oh shit. A very corrupt life, because that's precisely this type of corruption that the national media loves and what you think is normal. Of course, they want you to think it's normal, of course. They want you to think it's normal, of course. Well, especially in SAT, it's all normal. Red Zionist Big Weeborn!
So this is from Jank? When's the date on it?
So, this is what Twitter threw on his tweet. So this says readers added context they thought people might want to know. It says sexual assault as an allegation against Blattner is corroborated by messages between the accuser and her therapist and friends years before Blattner's run for office. The Nazi tattoo was done in 2007, almost 2 decades before running for office. Those are the links right there. Do you find this helpful? Well, maybe. I don't think so.
So, a couple days ago. So he's one of the ones, him and Anna have now done a complete flip, whereas before, she
They've been doing this flip for, what, a long time now? Ever since Michael J. Brooks died. And they've been going on this way ever since, 2023? When Anna Kasparian put out a tweet, says, I don't want to be called a birthing person. But now this has gone too far.
We like all his hands on Palestine, but we don't really like who he is, and we have issues with him, and to now being Israel is framing him. I kid you not. And the way that they say Israel and Israeli media, they might as well just be saying to their audience, the Jews are responsible. They're not saying Zionists, because we know Zionists control a lot of the media. We also know a lot of those billionaire Zionists are not Jewish.
Mm-hmm.
But the way that they keep on saying Israel is behind it is
when we all know Israel is behind it.
They mean it or not, it's a dog whistle. So this tweet from Jank. This is what I know for sure about Plattner. Every legacy media outlet is trying their hardest to make sure he loses. They're investigating every minute and every facet of his life. Yes, that's politics. That's politics. They never do this for insiders. They despise outsiders who challenge power. The minute a candidate says he's not going to listen to the donors, especially AIPAC, he's set upon 24/7 by people posing as reporters. They are attack dogs and wealthy and powerful. So I'm just going to skip over. So no, I don't believe any mainstream media story. I think they are the agents of propaganda and not real news.
This is the Burger King original chicken sandwich. Yeah, the long one. Try the classic.
So in here, Mika is interviewing.
Stop by to say hi, LT9K, but take a break from politics today. Yeah, hey. I was gonna do something fun after this, like show you the new InfoWars video after this. But hey, have a good one. Where's the tripod? It's on its way. Anyway, I was gonna show you the new InfoWars video after this. I know it's a hell of. I think it should be the hell of a video. Because the new InfoWars video just got released last night. Anyway, let's continue on. But again, this is Mika, who's married to Joe Scarborough, the host of Morning Joke at MS Now. Who Joe never lets Mika talk when he's there. But this is Mika herself when asshole Joe is gone. But I think Mika is the same thing. Mika is Mika, my love. Well, come on. Mika is she's stuck with a fucking blue MAGA husband. I don't see why she can't, Mickey Mouse. I know Tim was great, but those other two InfoWars guys are the real stars of this show. Hell yeah. Okay, that might be funny. Yeah. You do it. Okay, but anyway, I don't know why Mika is stuck with a fucking blue MAGA husband. But what if I was in Mika's shoes right now, I would be like, you know what? Fuck you, Joe. I'm done with this. I'm gonna rip my contract with MS Now, go on my own, maybe find a guest rotation on the Majority Report, and fucking join DSA. I'm gonna give up my Blue MAGA account and join DSA. Or maybe that may never happen. I don't know. Go ahead.
The writer in Politico most of the story about it. But that's not the part that, again, it's about...
He's barely blue. Okay. Mika is a centrist dumb. Okay, I see.
The rape apology that they do in...
I mean, if Mika is a centrist dim, then Joe is, blue MAGA. But if centrist dumbs, centrist dumbs are a problem. Let's continue.
This video that I find.
But I might have to do 2x because I don't give a fuck what MS Now has to say.
It's utterly reprehensible. Like, just take away the people involved. What they say is disgusting. And again, I did not like what people were saying about the other woman who came forward in the Times article. I felt that was brushing things under the rug. I thought that was like, oh, we believe all women except for Republican psyops without any proof. I need to put the volume on. There we go.
What in the world is happening? Mika Brzezinski, really?
I'm also going to speed this up a bit. I'm so used to watching them in like 1.5 speed, but we'll do 1.25. It doesn't change. It actually just makes them sound a little bit better.
The Politico reporter that reported the allegation against Graham Platter is a shocking source of skepticism. She did a really job. We'll show you more about that in a second. She was tougher on the Politico reporting this house reporting than on the So is Graham Platter dropping? We're certainly got details for you on that. If he does, who might be the next person in line, and was he targeted? So a lot to discuss here. Anna's got facts.
So before we give you the details, I just facts.
I'm sorry. I like speeding TYT up because I don't give a fuck what they're saying.
I want to say Graham Platter's candidacy was treated very differently from the typical centrist /
quote-unquote centrist down
establishment types in the Democratic Party. As you just saw, Mika Brzezinski seems very skeptical of the latest reporting, which we're going to get back to in just a sec.
Back in a sec. No, I'm just gonna have to lie about it, because I can't admit, because I said some stupid shit online. TYT is the GOAT, so welcome in, hello. TYT is shit. Because I'm such a blonde asshole of a Karen, because I don't know when to admit Anna Kasparian, or Anna Karen Asparagus Kasparian, am a product of ZBS News, and I should admit that I'm a rich-ass billionaire, being off of a landlord, going to jerk off to my fucking husband, who I treat him as a fucking scumbag, or as a poor beggar, because so I can live up my rich-ass life. And I can broadcast from the fucking TYT Polymarket Studios. That's why I get rich off of Polymarket. Yeah, Or maybe I can stay at home and broadcast from my home studios. I am complete bullshit now.
James Carville is, part and parcel of the Democratic establishment, defended Graham Platter.
Yeah, James Carville is this old asshole from Louisiana. He's completely old as hell, and he's a centrist.
Prior to the latest allegations. So the establishment wasn't just flat out rejecting him. So...
Thank you, Rusty. Thank you. If I go, you mean it must go a shot.
I want you to keep that in mind as I give you the details of what's going on here. Now, the latest
What's going on here is I love lying, And I can't admit when I pulled the race card back in 2023. Have y'all even seen a deer with a puppy cheeks when they eat? No. No, I haven't, began.
Allegations have to do with a 31-year-old Maine resident who used to date Grant Plattner on again, off again for about 2 years. Her name is Jenny Rassicott, and
I think I can skip to the.
Google AI says Jimmy Dore was inappropriate with Emma, and Jordan Charlton is innocent. What? What? Well, explain why his ass got fired. Google search AI. Iran has Trump rattled on. You know what? I'm so bored of Iran. Wait a minute. Iran. I'm very much done with them. We're gonna bomb them. We're gonna bomb the hell out of them. Even though I can't even do shit anymore. I have to have a cane. I have to, I gotta have a wheelchair and have my diapers changed because I'm old as hell. Even though my caretaker is, basically my VP, Mr. Couchfucker. He's so very reliable. And, I will be spending the rest of my life in Mar-a-Lago. I don't even need to go back to Trump Tower. And Trump Tower needs to be sold. And sold off. Sold off for the rest of it. It's a sad excuse of a life. This is why I booed everybody on the Apprentice, saying everybody was fired until I declared the winner. Hold on, I'm seeing what everybody says. Oh, god damn it. let me see. I still rush Rashad. You know what? Hold on. Hold up, I need to drink. Water. Look. Yesterday was my 4 years anniversary of being a channel member of Dr. Richie's channel. Listen. Y'all need to know Dr. Richie is under TYT's contract, okay? So he needs to speak up. And he needs to say, you know what? Jake and Anna are wrong. What the hell they're doing is wrong. And yes, we lost good people. But it's time for them to speak up and say, we done a lot of shit, crazy shit. If they don't speak up, I'm fucking done with TYT. And I'm just gonna move on with my life. I'd start my own podcast and I'll take the indisputable name for myself. Okay? You and DJX held the longest. Yeah, they hold it the longest. I mean, DJX and Boku need to realize it's time for them to let it go. I need some further evidence that Ryan cut his disciples. I'm not going to take TYT's word on it. Listen. Time for them to speak up. Location, YTY Sports, because it's a little funny. Also, Chink is welcome to come back. Nah. Nah. I don't think they're welcome back because they're stupid. They're stupid. He was invited up to the 11 meeting, which tells us what we already know, John. Yep, we already know. That's right. Remember that Carville was just the guy who said them should just do nothing until 2028. Yep, he actually said that. Before going to Phil's Illuminati. Because he is wrong. We know this Dr. Richie has said he does not agree with Trinket, and I haven't said it on there. Well, at least he spoke out once. But really, it's time for him to go put out his own, basically, make a guest appearance on somebody's show. And say on air that I quit TYT. Is there a way to rest your phone while we watch the screen? Look, I don't have a case for my iPad just yet. The one that I'm holding, I don't have a screen for it just yet. Okay? I'm trying to get a case. But I hope to get a case and hopefully set up the laptop. Oh, I think you're going to be seeing you mention that. So fresh and clean. I don't watch LT9K video often. I need to look away. Yeah, look away. Exactly. Rashad supposed shame degrees do not change his coverage of the show. Now he gains system. Maybe he wouldn't have to do if racism wasn't some that. Yeah, it wasn't racism. Wasn't us. And I mean, it's sick. Welcome back down. Feeling better? Yep. Dr. Rashad is most in a position to speak out. He 100% does not need his TYT gig to put food on the table, which can't be said for either John or JR. You know what? John and JR need to speak up. They need to speak up too. I mean, it's time for them to say, you know what? Fuck this. I'm done. I'm going to take my show's name from TYT and start my own channel. I mean, look what they've done to other shows that they killed. Look what they've done these past years. Lost a lot of good contributors, like Cindy right here, and a lot of good people. It all started in 2023, okay? But the first, I don't know who was the first to get fired or leave, but they had gone to hell. It makes me feel like I got a vertigo, which I've had a few times. Anyway, let's listen to this shit show.
3-minute mark to get to more of where I want to get to.
Entered her home when he wasn't invited and forcibly raped her. She said,
Are you sure?
So she was just filling people in. I'm sure most people watching by now already know the details of the story.
Don't just trust anyone. Trust us.
Why must you ruin my video?
For 125 years, the
I
people
don't
of Firestar have
care.
been building products and
I
services
don't
with
care.
one thing in mind.
So
political moment where I thought to myself, like, behavior by Plattner in a New York Times article, but she didn't go into the details. She refused to elaborate. She said she didn't want to do it, specifically because she didn't want to be known.
Yeah, I sped that up because I don't want to listen and read that.
As a rape victim.
that is a very common thing. A lot of women don't want to go public because they don't want to be known for only that. That is very, very common. A lot of people like to stay hidden. The reason why Razakot came out was because she saw how attacked the other woman was being put through. And she then felt the responsibility to come forward.
Yes.
She didn't
Yes.
necessarily want to. It's the same as, is it Christine Blasey Ford? She didn't want to go forward. She didn't want to be put on trial. She was put on trial. She was...
There's an expert on all subjects. Not that I'm telling anyone who to watch, but there's an extensive history of scamming people targeted by the same system that targets them. No, you're not telling people who to watch. I mean, people can make their own choices. There's an extended paper trail. Oh. I mean, you're not telling people who to watch. I mean, people can make their own choices on who to watch. You think so? I don't know why that was implied in our split. He did definitely harm the people with the universities, yeah. The way I look at it is that Dr. Virginia is not guilty of fraud, and I will concede that he fabricated and abused his credentials, but I don't care. That doesn't negate of all the work I've seen him done for communities. But again, you are skipping over the fact that he's not really, I know he spoke up. I know you're saying he spoke up. That he spoke on air about it, the whole Jake and Anna problem. But you must understand, I guess I can only think of this extent as a descriptor today. That you must understand, he does not need TYT to fucking feed his family. Okay, and he doesn't need TYT to pay for his health insurance, or his car insurance, or his retirement insurance. Thanks for trying to stabilize that camera looms. My pleasure. I'm trying the best I can. On multiple occasions, Dr. Richard has said he did not agree with Chink and Anna's stances. On multiple occasions. But I'm saying this. Dr. Richie, John, and JR do not need TYT. They don't need them for their retirement insurance, their health insurance, or whatever insurance you can fucking think of. People shouldn't hate Dr. Richie. That's because he's affiliated with TYT. Listen, he may be affiliated with TYT, but he's a professor at a bunch of universities in Atlanta. Looney's at L bracket, but listen, I'm filming on an iPad that doesn't have a case just yet. Wasn't there some drama about Dr. Rich's credibility? Yes, there was. But where did it go through? Where did it go? I don't know, to be exact. I don't know. And yes, there was a lot of drama about Dr. Rich's credibility. Yes, he's also a radio host in Atlanta on WAOK radio in Atlanta. LT9K leaves a 11-pound cake for his cake platter. In case the Popo break down his door. I don't hate him at all. Just disappointed and icked out about the scams. Yeah, I mean, I don't hate him either. I really am disappointed that he fell for these scams. I really wish he would just cut TYT. And, you know, get his own channel and take the indisputable name. You understand? Yeah, we were just talking about it in front of a disagree universities and whether or not to harm anyone in the process. He's definitely got some credibility issues. Yeah, he does. But again, it's time for Dr. Richie to go from TYT. And he needs to speak up on, he needs to admit, like, okay, well, I fell for these scams that I should have never been part of in the first place. And I'm sorry. I'm not going to do this whole fake apology thing like Anna Kasparian did. And I'm just going to say a real sorry. A real apology. I'm hating it when a TYT just because they work for TYT. For example, I hate Cleve. He's a genocidal freak. He is a genocidal freak, but you can only hate you can only hate Anna, Jink, and Ben Gweeb. I'm telling you that now. Death Squad, ICE, out here killing innocent people. Do you live in Houston? If so, fuck ICE. And I just said it. It was the 5th murder from ICE in this country this year alone. There were a couple of murders from ICE in Portland, and then there's two murders by ICE earlier this year. I said it. That's 5 murders. 5 murders by ICE on innocent people, damn it. Yeah, so like, you shouldn't use the title doctor if you haven't really earned it from a credible university. But all of the work being done with TYT, he's in the top echelon. I'm thinking of making a key lime pie, but I can't bake it. I'm bake with my hand in the cast list side. Ugh.
Is found out and forced into that position. It's another violation of consent to have all this information out there when you feel like you were pressured.
Betrayal of
to put
all
it out
Americans,
there.
yeah.
Okay. But she decided to do it a week before an incredibly important electoral deadline in this Senate race in Maine.
Right out the gate, they're questioning her
Yeah.
timing.
I actually agree with Sandy right there. Right out of the gate there, I gotta create some fake talking point just because TYT has to protect Graham Plattner's ass. You know, that's why they call me Anna Karen Kasparagus. You know, because I've been doing this shit since 2012 or 2013. That's why they call me a fucking Karen or Nikki Kasparian. You know, because I had to lose my goddamn mind when I pulled that race car in 2023 when I'm some fake version of The View. Huh? What was that? Huh? Do I have to pull the race car again? Jesus, you already broke your throat. I know. I tried to do the Casparian accent. I know. I know, so sometimes these impersonations can break somebody's throat. Like, you know, that son of a bitch, Doctor, oh wait, or should I say RFK Jr. So Doctor. Do I smoke? No, I don't. No, I don't.
Yeah, well, now she's just saying it right before, like a week before
33% of the auto is stroke damage. Ew.
the thing. So it's obviously a psyop because the timing of it.
Only when LT9K showers.
People coming forward, they do it when they feel like they have no other choice.
After showers.
They're not doing it on purpose to sink a campaign. And as Rassicoat has said, she was actually in favor of Graham's platform.
Rusty, if you're asking about any running for under DSA, no, she is endorsed by Progressive Victory. Speaking of RFK Jr., he tore the reflecting pool lining with his throat, with his teeth. Jesus.
Knows if it was a platform he would have actually followed through with, but she was a fan of his platform. Coming forward now, she knows that he will most likely the Democrat in that position will not win, or they'll have a hell of a lot harder time. And so, as someone who believes in those policies, if she felt like she could, I don't think she would have gone forward.
Oh, Jesus. I don't give a damn.
Get stuck in debt. You can.
Goodbye.
Now, Plattner flat out denies the allegations, but it clearly looks like he is going to eventually drop out of this race.
Update. He did. We know that. You may fuck up, Anna. We already know that, dipshit. You're completely not up to date. I think this is old. This was uploaded yesterday. This is from her This Space show. Again, we know that, Anna. Didn't realize YouTube ads got so relentless. Yeah, it got really relentless. I really hate them.
As every person who...
Because you know what? I've been getting these ads from fucking Angel Studios. If you know who they are. The worst fucking studios. Or fake studios. They put out these fucking Christian ass movies. To shove Christianity up your asses. So stupid. I wish I could block the shit out of Angel Studios right now. Anyway, let's finish this up.
Endorsed him has now turned on him.
So I can get you to the new InfoWars thing.
Further, this is a statement from Graham Platner's campaign. They say these allegations are very serious, and Graham vigorously denies them. They're everything they do, and a week before the ballot, 4 leaders will stop this movement from seeing that vision in order to publish this story, because these are serious allegations. So, Rasicot told Politico that she had exchanged text messages with Plattner that night.
This is why you're fucking wrong.
Telling him not to come over before he did come over, right? Now, she said that she wasn't in the mood for company. Later that evening, she said that she realized when she heard a sound at the stairs or on the stairs that he had let himself in. She left the door unlocked, which allowed for him to let himself in.
You don't know that, Anna.
Plattner came up the stairs, she said, to where she was on a couch. He got on top of her and kept grabbing her, she said. Well, she believed he was almost blackout drunk because Plattner ignored her protest and continued to grab her after unable to produce the tickets, spilling small needles everywhere. Now, she was apparently unable to produce the text messages or the direct messages that she allegedly sent to Plattner.
I'm sorry, I have to speed her up. Yeah, I'm sorry, I have to speed up, Anna. So tired of her.
We will not be taking a quick look at that. You can go and watch the video if you like, but here's the thing. After an incident like this, you might be impulsive. You might want to just forget and erase any evidence that it happened because you want to erase it from your brain. It's not shocking to me that somebody would go through their history and delete them because they don't want them there as a reminder. They don't want to see it. They don't want that weighing down. They just want to forget the whole thing ever happened.
Exactly. I agree. I absolutely agree.
Let's see.
Let me give you some more detail into the political reporting, and then
please educate us.
What do you think? So they write that Rasicot had said that she waited several weeks until she got her period to ensure she wasn't pregnant, then sent Plattner a private message on Instagram saying that the encounter was not consensual and she did not want to hear from him ever again. She said she later deleted all texts and social media correspondence with Plattner as she tried to move on from the assault, and said she has not been able to recover Instagram messages she sent him about the incident. Now, what is the evidence then? Well, the strongest evidence...
What is your proof?
...that Politico was able to provide to justify their reporting, where they're essentially, accusing him of rape, is the following. So there was an exchange between Rasicot and an acquaintance on Facebook, and I'm going to read you the relevant...
Do you mean Boomer Book? Do you mean Boomer Book? Are you still on Boomer Book?
...portions of their exchange. So the acquaintance says, "What's his deal? Should I not fix up my friend?"
Hold on. Let me zoom this up. Let me see. If I can transcribe this. What's his deal? Should I not fix up my friend? Assuming he's single, he can be charming and funny, and he's a decently intelligent person. He's not all bad, but I ended up in a bad situation with him, and I will just very politely call him consensually careless at times. When drunk plus PTSD. I knew about the PTSD, and he lies though. Forces something people. Question mark. These are Boomer Book messages Rasicot exchanged with an acquaintance in 2023. Same year that Jake and Anna had that transphobic problem. When Anna decided to put out a tweet and said, I didn't want to be called a boomer. Sorry. I meant she didn't want to be called a birthing person. And it just was the 3-year anniversary of the TYT mods leaving TYT. Hashtag TYT mods quit. They just celebrated this past Wednesday night on the John Ross stream.
Assuming he's single, Rasicot responds with, "He can be charming and funny, and he's a decently intelligent person. He's not all bad, but I ended up in a bad situation with him, and I will just very politely call him consensually careless at times." Okay. The acquaintance says, she
like,
responds when drunk plus PTSD. Acquaintance says, I knew about the PTSD. And then she says, he also lies. And then the acquaintance says, forces himself on people. I guess that's what she's trying to say. And then Rassicot later says, one thing that grossed me out after him and I had dated was that I saw his profile on OkCupid, and that site asked a lot of questions, and one of the questions was, if your partner told you they had over 100 sexual partners, what would your response be? His response was, that's not that many. That's super grossed me out.
Anna, I'm gonna read it. You can shut the fuck up. He lies, forces himself on all people. One thing that grossed me out that after him and I traded was that I saw this profile on OkCupid. OkCupid, I don't know if that's a dating site. And that site asked a lot of questions. And one of the questions was if your partner told you they had over 100 sexual partners, what would your response be? And his response was, quote unquote, that's not that many. So that super grossed me out, thinking that he's probably slept with a ton of people, doesn't listen to you when he's drunk. Well, these are the real messages that they sent. I had a conversation back and forth on Boomer Book.
Thinking he's probably slept with a ton of people, doesn't listen to you when drunk. Okay, that is the most significant evidence.
OkCupid is a dating app for us old people who like to read. Oh, okay. I get it. Gotta go run errands, buy a limited great show. Hey, see you later. But you're gonna miss out the showing of the new InfoWars video. Anyway, later. Bye, Boku.
And personally, as a woman, if someone raped me, I wouldn't call them consensually challenged.
What did you say in 2023? 3 years ago that forced Lamont to quit? Can we revisit 2023? Oh, I know. You said that you did not want to be called a birthing person. A birthing person. So this is a revisiting of 2023. Come on, Anna. You're just going back to 2023 when you said, in your own words, I don't want to become a birthing person. Well, fuck you. We don't believe that you were ever raped. It's a false story. You were never raped. The only time you were sexually embarrassed was in 2019 when Jimmy Dore, out of all things, said nice new skirt and embarrassed the hell out of you in front of your students from UCLA, and that's when Cenk fired his ass. True story. This was a year before the whole union thing went downhill.
You don't know what you would say years after the fact. Because years after the fact, you might still be trying to process what happened. Years after the fact, it can still be difficult to call it out by name. And so to kind of hint at it, because how would that text exchange have gone? Oh, I don't recommend that you set him up with your friend. Oh, why not? Oh, he raped me. How do you think that would then go forward? You know, the type of what that person she was communicating with would be like, oh my God, what did you do? Why didn't you go to the police? Why didn't you do this? Why didn't you just, expose all of this private information about yourself right now, as opposed to just leaving it a little vague? People can read between the lines and kind of be like, okay, he did something bad, but you don't want to divulge all of it to me. I understand. I'm not going to push. And then immediately realizing what she just said, let's deflect to something else. Let's not just stay on that moment. But that is absolutely something a person would say.
I agree.
Years and years after the fact. We just watched a video of a woman. It took her 20 years to finally speak out about this. And she spoke
20 years is exactly right. It took her fucking 20 years.
to Graham Plattner about it. 20 years. I've had things happen to me where I haven't exactly come out and said it. Because I
20 years is 2006 or 2007.
don't want to deal with it. I've dealt with it as best as I could, but I don't want to deal with it any further. Anna has no idea what she's talking about in this
Exactly.
moment. What people of this level of assault will do, and she is a victim herself.
Is Anna sure about that?
You know, she was sexually assaulted. And to have no
Okay, so I might take that little she was never sexually assaulted comment back.
empathy for other people who have gone through this, to just kind of brush it off. It is disgusting.
Yes, it is.
Why spread your money across multiple prediction markets when you don't have to?
So
Access the 3 major U.S. prediction markets on one platform.
that's the
Keep your
video right
capital in
there.
one place and move.
Alright. Wait a minute. Hold up. That's not the video. There's more. Excuse me. There is more. Hold on.
Maybe that's just the way she communicates. I don't know. Further, there was a therapist that she spoke to recently about this alleged rape from all the way back in 2021. So she didn't tell her therapist about it at the time.
Wait
She
a
didn't file
minute.
police report.
2021? I thought it was 20 years ago, in 2006.
She apparently told an ex.
Which, again, very common. Most people don't, especially if it's somebody you know and you're in shock.
Boyfriend who she started dating in 2022 filed a police report.
Oh,
She
please.
apparently told an ex-boyfriend who she started dating in 2022 about the incident, although she was very vague about it.
Oh. Yeah.
The man who was granted anonymity out of concern for his personal privacy told Politico that she had told him bits and pieces about that experience with Platinum before confiding the full details of what happened in 2023.
What is the next fucking sentence?
What the fuck?
You have this up on screen.
The
What is the
The
very
fuck?
next fucking sentence in this?
what is
His
it?
account of what Rasikov told him about the incident matched what Rasikov told Political.
And this is from a political article. Radikoff also shared details about the alleged assault that the man she dated at their Plattner, who she began dating in 2022. The man who was granted anonymity out of concern his personal privacy told Politico that Radikoff had told him in bits and pieces about that experience with Plattner before confiding him the full details of what happened in 2023. His account of what Radikoff told him about the incident matched what Radikoff told Politico. Radikoff shared Politico a series of private Boomer Broke messages she exchanged with an acquaintance in 2023, about a year and a half after the alleged assault happened, and well before Plattner launched his political career, in which she cautioned the acquaintance against getting involved with Plattner. In the message, Radikoff said she had, quote-unquote, ended up in a bad situation with him, described Plattner as, quote-unquote, consciously careless, and saying he, quote-unquote, doesn't listen to you when drunk. Reached by Politico, the acquaintance said she received the message but declined to comment. Politico gained her anonymity, her request to protect her privacy, and her main community.
That was the next.
Anna hasn't claimed to be sexually assaulted, just basically assaulted by a homeless guy. Yeah, see, now Anna was just lying, saying that, quote unquote, I was sexually assaulted. She didn't say. So she didn't say she was physically assaulted by a homeless guy. Just to go, fucking call out homeless people again. So she lied. Partially lied about saying that she was, quote unquote, sexually assaulted. Okay, so she wasn't sexually assaulted. She did not say that she was physically assaulted by a homeless guy. So she's using the claim that being sexually assaulted is a flat-out lie. Anna. please save me the bullshit. Please save us the bullshit and tell the truth that you were just physically assaulted by a homeless guy, damn it. We know you're lying. We know you're lying. You're stupid. You are stupid. You are a stupid piece of crap.
Sentence of that article. That his account matched. You know, it's not just the man who was granted anonymity out of concern of his personal privacy told Politico that Rosicott had told him bits and pieces about his bad experience with Plattner before confiding the full details of what happened in 2023. His account of what Rosicott told him about the incident matched what Rosicott told Politico. You seem to be missing a line there, Anna.
Yes, she is. I agree.
That's the other piece of evidence that maybe you can point to. But I don't know. Everyone has withdrawn their endorsement of Plattner, and I think the allegations are suspicious. I'm just going to say it.
Are you sure? Are you sure, Anna? Weren't you just lying about yourself being quote-unquote sexually assaulted? And you couldn't say that you were physically assaulted by a homeless guy? Are you sure? Or are you just having another bad day and wanting to have a day of lying? Having another day of Fox News talking points.
So you're not going to mention that his account matched?
No, she's not.
I think Plattner's tattoo and his explanation of how he handled the tattoo after realizing it was a Nazi tattoo
this is
was way more
Fox
problematic
News
than these
talking
claims.
points.
That's my thought.
We have two different issues here.
Yeah, that's your thought for, talking Fox News points, Anna. This is you begging for a Fox News contract, getting on your knees. Oh, Fox News, can I, have a contract? I will definitely leave TYT. I will definitely leave TYT and, be one of the nice little blondes and get my own show. I'll have a beer right when there's any time. And then my good buddy Jake will go to your rival, Newsmax, and then beg for a Newsmax contract. Like, oh my God, I am so begging for a Newsmax Fox News contract. Please let me sign it.
That tattoo is more problematic than the claims of rape?
Mm-hmm.
We love spending our
Now
summers outside,
this is
but every
problematic.
year I was seeing a decline in
Not
our
just
kids'
the
test scores in the
tattoo,
fall.
these ads.
Was he targeted? What does it mean to be targeted? And then did he actually do this specific allegation? So you've got to separate those two things out, and they're both relevant. So first of all, the media never talks about this thing that everyone in politics knows about because it would make them kind of complicit in something into their plan. It's called opposition research. So there are different groups that do opposition research, and then they hand it over. It's not like Democrats don't do opposition research, but any else behind it, besides which, and that's relevant to this case.
I don't understand what the fuck you're talking about, Jake. I don't fucking understand.
If progressives give it to them, they don't print it.
What do you mean, Jake?
And they look it over a billion times and say they didn't meet their standards. That's why Mika Brzezinski's questions there.
Okay, so you're talking Fox News talking points, Jake. You're talking Fox News talking points. You're just doing that for clicks. All the clips on your channel are fucking clickbait. This is, for example, you're taking the shit out of context. You don't understand what the hell you're doing. You've been in this business forever, and you're still fucking up. For almost 3 years now. Since 2023. When your mods and most of your contributors left your ass. I don't get the details of when you're making your point about this. Asshat.
Move over. We can come back to who might have targeted him. But was he targeted? Oh, there's no question. I mean,
Was he targeted?
you'd have to be
Are you sure? What kind of claim is that?
you'd have to be Mitch McConnell not to see that he was targeted.
Why are you gotta talk about me? Why are you gotta talk about a 9-year-old senator? Leave me the hell alone. You fucking piece of shit. This is why I make the devilish smiles and I go on Fox News and screw up every time. Oh wait, that's right, I'm 90 years old. And I'm in bad health. And if I could spend the rest of my life in a retirement home, I'll be happy to be dying there. And I can have my chicken and taters in hell where I can rot and piss. Yeehaw!
It was one thing after another. His tattoos, his Reddit post, his every girlfriend is contacted by the New York Times. Why? And then one woman
Why are you mentioning the New York Times? They're such a shit show.
comes out who's basically does research for the Republicans, and she says he did something for
And
me.
who defended Brett Kavanaugh when
Oh, fuck you.
Christine Blasey Ford came forward with.
So I can't quite remember if it's exactly in this, but also the day before in their opening, he had a rant, which I recorded just so I have it, where he's basically saying Israel is behind this Oppo research. Not Zionists, not people, not other mainstream Democrats trying to sink him, not Republican, but Israel. And again, I think we know what he means is the Zionists, but that's not what he's saying. What he is saying is a fucking dog whistle.
Yes, he's saying it's a fucking dog whistle. Not saying Zionists are behind it. Oh no, we gotta say, oh, Israel's behind this. Oh no, we can't say Zionists are behind it. Oh no, we can't say that.
The Jews did it.
Yep.
You need to be very careful this day and age with everything that's going on in this world to make sure that you are separating Jewish people from Zionists.
Exactly. You need to be very careful about that, because if you're not very careful on that, you're fucked.
Far more credible allegations against Kavanaugh, because there were several people she spoke to at the
Nobody gives a damn about Brett Kavanaugh.
time of the alleged rape attempt by Kavanaugh.
So I'm going to sit here and
Zionists for sure got in there. TUIT is not calling out Jews. Let's keep it real. I don't know. I don't know if they're calling out Jews. Take a look at Ben Gweeb. Okay? Rusty. Take a look at Ben Gweeb. He's a genocidal asshole. He's a Zionist.
dictate over which women I believe, which one is more credible without all the information, without knowing them personally. I'm just going to sit here and say, you know what, I find this account credible and that one not credible because, believe all women except the ones that I don't.
This is the media's seventh attempt or something to end Graham Plattner's campaign. If you think these are just, he's so problematic.
So you're saying you're defending Graham Plattner?
Just organically popping up. That's not true at all. That is.
When you see everything that has popped up, it is very problematic, and this stuff should have come out a lot sooner. He should have never ran. He's a murderer. He slaughtered people.
Yes, and he confused every one of us. He confused the online left, and he confused the hell out of everyone who completely supported this fucking rapist. Especially you and I. Fucking murder and fucking rapist. Confused the hell out of everybody. We didn't know until all of this stuff came up.
Overseas. That should mean something.
It should.
Definitively not correct. There are groups who try try to take out candidates. It is relatively normal, although it's never talked about.
Well, if that information wasn't there, he wouldn't have been able to be taken out.
And Jink is wrong there.
In the press, because remember, the press doesn't do their own job. These groups do. And then the question is, who does the press choose to target? Who do they choose to write the stories about? Who do they choose to not write the stories about?
Me as I go through them all, okay? I loathe horse race politics specifically because of this reason.
I'll give Jink credit for saying the press does not do their job. That's true. Press always just talks shit Israel's point of view.
Because if places are adjudicated in a court of law, I would not allow the individual who forcibly raped me, that's violent, right? Be raped in a court of law if this actually took place. If someone entered my home and forcibly raped me, I
No,
would not allow the individual who forcibly raped me, that's violent, right?
Anna, you are lying. You are lying. Why can't you just say, I lied? Wink, wink. I lied. I didn't say. I didn't claim that I was quote-unquote sexually assaulted. I was just physically abused by a homeless person. Wink, wink, you are lying again. You are lying. You are lying the hell out of yourself. Look into the mirror. You rotten, disgusting piece of shit.
In my home and sleep it off. But that is what she...
You don't know what the fuck you would do.
Exactly. You don't know what the fuck you're doing. You're a product of corporate media. CBS News, where she was an intern before going to TYT. You know what you can do? Crawl your ass back to Barry Weiss. Sign a contract there. See how unhappy you will be.
When your house has been damaged by a disaster, whether it's a fire or a storm,
Unless you're in that situation, you don't know what you would do. You can sit here safe in your studio and say, this is what I would have done. But when you are in that moment and you are in shock, and this is somebody that you've had feelings for, you don't know what you would do. You're still trying to rationalize it. You're still trying to figure out what just happened. Did this just happen? You're in denial.
Mm-hmm.
And if you go into some of the details, she was also afraid that if she said anything, if she went forward, that, Plattner might become aggressive, that there might be repercussions from him. She was scared.
Of course she's scared.
You don't know what you would do in those situations unless they've happened to you.
Exactly.
You can't sit here and say what she did, how she handled her rape. Well, that was the wrong way to do it.
Exactly. Exactly. I agree.
She alleges that he was so drunk that
Yes.
she didn't want
Yes, Sandy is correct.
to tell him to leave because he might harm someone on the road. He just forcibly raped you, right? Call the cops. Or, more importantly, get the hell out of the house.
What are you talking about? Do you even know what you're talking about? Again, you're lying.
She did neither one of those things. Neither one of those things.
Yeah, so look, again, I hate the situation we're in where we have to try to adjudicate this with not enough evidence. Could it be that she's telling the truth?
Then maybe don't.
Well, of course it could be. Now, guys, if it's true, then it's a huge problem.
Then maybe if it's true, why don't I step the fuck away and not talk about it? Of course!
Right? But we don't know for sure that it's true. But in a situation like this, even if you say you're not sure that it's true, that's it. People come and take your head off. Because they say, once up, we made an out.
Believe all women and verify. It's not about just take everything a woman says at face value and not accept any other evidence. It is you believe her at what she said, but also allow the process to go through. Allow an investigation, allow all that sort of stuff.
Exactly. Well, Sandy is correct there. Because in the point of our view, what Jink is talking about is bullshit. And I think with that kind of talking point, I feel like Jink is trying to be a sexist. towards women, okay? If you understand what I am talking about, you understand. If you don't, you need to watch. You need to learn. Put your listening ears on. Then you will understand how dangerous Jake and Anna are to the left and the progressives. They are dangerous. They are evil. They are scumbags. They need to be called out forever.
It's about supporting the victim and letting them know that they're safe to come forward, that they will be believed, because the vast majority of women who come forward are not believed. In my area, an accused abuser was acquitted of charges. He was a doctor that performed unnecessary vaginal and anal exams and groping women. 48 testified against him, and the judge said all of them were not credible. Believe all women.
It's over. You're not allowed to object to the allegation. But wait a minute. The thing that caught my attention here, and again, Mika Brzezinski also saying this doesn't look right at all, this is not enough to publish a piece, gives you a sense of, we're not making this up, guys, and we're not doing it because we're biased. Look at the fact pattern here. So, the thing that caught my eye, Anna, was on the therapist. Because
yes, the therapist didn't want to talk to the press, by the way.
Yeah, the Politico kept saying, well, she says she talked to the therapist, and the therapist does not acknowledge it, but says that they do have a relationship. No, wait.
No. Let's be totally accurate, okay?
Yeah.
The therapist acknowledged that she spoke to her recently about what allegedly happened, but did not want to issue a statement to Politico.
Yeah.
So you're saying that a therapist didn't want to put their career on the line to say things about a patient?
Mm-hmm. That's what they're saying.
Maybe there's some sort of code of conduct that goes against going to the press and saying anything that the therapist said you should believe women at face value could just be code for, yes, she is telling the truth.
I'm an Anna with a double dose of N for extra left nastiness, paraphrasing idiocracy. You are honored, Annie. Excuse me, Anna. You are honored. But with this Anna with an A-N-A, no thank you. She can fuck herself. Crawl her ass back to CBS News to Barry Weiss.
But shocking how a therapist doesn't want to put their career on the line for this.
Very shocking.
And come out with the lurid details of the private sessions that she's had with this woman. Who knows? As Wes Webb is saying,
Upgraded.
the therapist is not allowed to talk about it. I don't know what the parameters are. As Wes Webb is saying.
Again, this is a clip from Heard This Space TV show. So this is a comment from one of the chatters there in this space. The West Web 157 said the therapist is not allowed to talk about it. So what the hell they're saying is that they're trying to keep it under wraps so she can shut the fuck up and go with it. That therapist shouldn't be making statements about what was discussed in therapy. They never get another client. Yeah, you know what? That therapist, if you're watching me right now, you should learn from your mistake. You fucked up real time. And you need to be fired for what you did. And you're never going to get another client again. You either need to step down or get a pink slip and show your ass to the door and never get another job again.
Yeah, the therapist is not allowed to talk about it. I don't know what the parameters are around it, if they're allowed to say anything.
So the therapist is not confirming it.
Right.
I mean, there's a very easy easy way to confirm it. Say, hey, I don't want to talk about it, but yes, I confirm that she said that, right? And maybe give some context, give a statement, and then get, look, the therapist is in a...
Maybe the therapist wasn't allowed to do that.
Of course, she wasn't allowed to do that. All Jink is saying, like, oh, it's okay for the therapist to do it.
For professional conduct reasons.
That's how spot too. It doesn't mean that she thinks it's skeptical, and we have no idea. But
Of course you don't have an idea, Jink.
that's the thing. In order to print a story, you're supposed to have two excellent sources, right? So here, the only thing that's a little bit persuasive is those text messages that Anna with you guys. And so then you guys make up your own mind on whether you think, oh, someone consensually careless is the same as saying he raped me. So in all these stories, it's barely ever mentioned that they were in a relationship at the time.
She's been
What the fuck?
What the fucking hell? What the fucking hell was that? Victim could give permission for the therapist to talk? Doesn't need permission to talk. Let the victim speak for themselves, not the therapist. Let the victim speak for themselves. That's what the victim should be doing, speaking for themselves. No therapist should be speaking on behalf of the victim. In California, only to someone who's in imminent danger, yet. Even confirming anything that was said as a HIPAA violation. Exactly. It is a complete HIPAA violation to even confirm anything that was said. Complete HIPAA violation, and would get that therapist fired for breaking HIPAA rules. Because as someone that gets services at a children's hospital that I work for, which is my day job, you know, some things I look for, I'm sorry, I can't discuss those things due to HIPAA. I'm not allowed to tell people where they're going or where they're at due to HIPAA violations, okay? That's sacred protection of a patient. Okay, because you don't want to give that shit away. That's a law. And HIPAA is a law, whether you like it or not. So this becomes a he said, she said, maybe.
I
Oh my
consolidated
God.
my debt with
No,
SoFi,
no,
and
no,
this
no,
is
no,
Ask
no.
Members Anything.
I
Why was
I
it-
fucking hate those.
Sorry, Jake, what was that? Oh, well, they didn't bother to mention that they were in a relationship. Like, a person in a relationship can't be fucking raped.
Yep.
Just... What is that supposed to do? Why
I feel for you, and you should be really pissed at Jank.
did you mention that? How is that supposed to excuse it? It doesn't even matter if he lived with her.
Doesn't really matter, exactly.
It can still be rape. And there's people in the comments that said, oh, well, she decided to opt out halfway through. Yes, a person can withdraw consent at any time.
Mm-hmm.
But the idea of like, oh, well, they didn't even bother to mention that she was in a relationship with him. Who gives a fuck? Again, they're trying to imply somehow that Israel's behind this op-ed research or something.
Yeah, that's the whole thing. They're trying to say, oh, Israel is all behind it. No, they're not. We may hate Israel, but, you know, that's the whole thing at TYT. You know, because they don't give a fuck about, you know, women who are being raped. And Anna lying to herself. You know, she was claiming that she was sexually abused. And I hate to interrupt Sandy so much, but I can feel her. I can feel how she is. I mean, leaving TYT 3 years ago was a smart choice. And yes. And again, They're lying. They don't know what you're talking about. What Jing and Anna need to do is stop doing the main show, shut the whole network down, and go back to corporate media, where they belong. Be the good little dogs they are, and beg down to corporate media, sign a little contract, and go be with, mainstream right-wing media. Cyrus can still be behind it, exactly. Well, of course. Laura Loomer. Yeah. They could have been married and had sex 20 minutes before it, and it wouldn't have still been rape. Could have. Could have.
Some people came in and they searched through Plattner's past, and they found every woman that he's been in a relationship with. And then they found one from 5 years ago, and they said to her, do you know what? Here's a story we would like you to go with. Yes, it would involve, you coming out to your entire community and exposing that you had a relationship with him and being put on the public spotlight and all this sort of stuff. But could you maybe just tweak these details and lie a little bit so that we have this information? Who would do that?
Nobody. I'm sorry.
It does not matter if she was in a relationship or what kind of relationship she was in with him.
Damn straight.
He still violated her consent. He still raped her.
Mm-hmm.
At least at this point, since nothing has been proven in court, I will just add in allegedly.
There's more.
Time elaborating how disgusted she was that he might have slept with a lot of women.
And yet, before we continue, what Sandy just said was very true. And what Jink is doing is not true. And this is the whole deal at TYT. It's been going on forever, but the shittiest point has been going on for 3 years. All started with the Bergen Carson thing. You gotta remember that from 3 years ago. 3 fucking years ago.
That she did about the alleged rape, which she's...
Oh, it's a he and a she and a she and a he said, oh, bloody hell. Oh, this motherfucker woke person. Oh, bloody hell. What are we doing? Oh, what are you doing? I don't know what the hell you're talking about. Oh, bloody hell.
talking to an acquaintance who's asking her about Graham Plattner because she's thinking about fixing a friend up with him.
Yeah, so every person that they go to, the current boyfriend, the therapist, the other folks, people that normally in a story like this go, yes, at the time she told me this, and this is a text message we have, etc. None of that is here.
What do you mean normally?
What does he mean normally? Nothing.
A lot of people don't have any evidence. What is normal is that there are no text messages.
Then there will never be any text messages.
You just have to take the person's word for what happened. That's why these are so difficult to adjudicate in court. There aren't necessarily witnesses to it. What the fuck do you mean normally in these cases?
He doesn't mean shit about that.
You don't know shit about normally when it comes to these things.
He never knew shit.
The two texts that Anna read you, one of them is barely relevant. The other one is the one that has the careless comment, right? So if you think that's definitive, I'm 100% positive, no problem.
Are you sure? Are you okay? Because what I'm seeing is like you're fucking having a seizure or something. Maybe you're begging right wing to wanting to have a beer with you again. DNC is a bourgeois organization. Exactly. They've always been a bourgeois organization. And they always wanted to be. They don't want to do anything. That's why they're do-nothing Democrats. And also the same thing, do-nothing Republicans. They're corrupt. Corrupt. That's why you should join DSA. And that's why you should vote for DSA candidates. And also those who are backed by Progressive Victory. Unless there's a problem with some Progressive Victory candidates. Otherwise, I would go with DSA candidates. Some Victory candidates, yes, okay.
Because it's your, choice on how we do it. So look, for me, this is not about whether Graham Plattner did it or not. That's at this point.
You're
the question's
still
almost irrelevant
defending him,
because
stupid.
It's over.
It's over.
For you.
Yeah. Everybody pulled their endorsement. It's now.
It should
In bed with capitalists, exactly.
still kind of matter.
In bed with capitalists. Yep. I feel like Jink's going to bed with capitalists and wanting to have sex with, capitalists who are basically trying to be women or whatever the hell you think. I mean, and don't get me started with Jink's Giving that's going to come up in a few months on Hassan's stream. Like, oh my God. Oh, what do we have to listen to this idiot lie about? Yes, Jink is Hassan's uncle.
It should still be, now that it's out in the open, it should still be investigated. Plattner should be charged. Like, ideally with war crimes as well. But he should be charged. The statute of limitations is not over. But again, we can't tell the victim what to do in this case. We can't say to her, yes, make sure you go and press charges now.
Yeah, we can't do that.
That is still her decision.
Of course.
She gets to decide.
Oh my God, the press can't talk to the therapist. The therapist can't talk to the press. What the fuck? The actual fuck? Yeah. The therapist can't say shit to the press, because if she said shit to the press, she would be fucking screwed, and that's the whole thing. Because she had to keep everything secret. And so the guys who told the therapist not to say shit to the press told her to shut the fuck up, keep it secret. The therapist can report a crime but can't disclose personal information. Yeah, like I said, so you can report a crime, but unfortunately, due to HIPAA violation, you cannot disclose personal information. Oh, wait. I know you're like a few minutes behind. Yeah, I know.
How this is handled going forward.
And I
because
feel
she
you.
didn't want to do this
I
in
know
the
you were
first
like
place.
the
Being
brother or
out
something.
here in the first place telling her story was another violation of her consent.
And also HIPAA.
It's considered toxic. You can't support them. Blah blah blah. So we're not trying to fight that battle, guys. We're trying
Yes,
to
you
fight how
are.
politics works. And
Yes,
what's
you
being
are.
looked out for.
And we're also trying to explain to you how rape works and who's a credible.
I'm a psychology student studying to become a family counselor. Yes, family counselors are the best to talk to if you have a family. And I'm proud of Annie. And I hope one day you succeed in becoming a family counselor. California lawyers' absolute confidence unless waived. Yeah, true.
Victim and who isn't a credible victim.
How does this process work? Because were there all these different opposition research groups targeting Susan Collins and calling all of her ex-boyfriends and looking through her text messages, asking about theirs? None, zero. Is there any about establishment candidates, Democrat or Republican? Almost never.
A therapist can't disclose personal information again. Oh yeah, again, a therapist can't disclose personal information. Only report criminal activity to police. Yeah, again. Like I said, if you're a therapist, you can only report the criminal activity to the police. You can't disclose personal information, and a therapist cannot speak to the press, which is absolutely sad. But again, you can't. A therapist, like doctors, can't disclose personal information. It's due to HIPAA violations.
It has to fall right into your lap, right? And again, it's not for research usually by other
Establishment digging in to see what.
That's pretty much the end of it there.
Yeah, it's just like, fuck it, we're done. It's just a lie. That is the end.
IXL is helping
Okay,
15
these
million
ads
students
are so
succeed
annoying.
in math and language arts.
I just
can't say that.
and they are still going hard. And they're not the only ones. The Hill. I saw a clip on The Hill from Sagar and Grimm.
Graham?
It took them a long time to get to the point, and in the meantime, it kind of sounded like, oh, well, she was asking for it.
Yeah, she was asking for it all along.
Oh, well, you know,
What?
we're not
Oh,
blaming
no.
her. We believe her, but the press didn't mention that,
I
in the Washington Post, because
Hang
apparently
on,
there's
we're
another
getting to the
interview
funny
in the
part.
Washington Post, and we applaud her for being honest and saying everything. But they didn't bother to mention that she said that she could use a glute massage, and, you know, that could be a miscommunication there.
Yes.
And that could be why he decided to go over, even though, you know, she sent him a text saying, don't come over. But, you know, he was blackout drunk driving at the time and probably wouldn't have seen it before he got there. So, you know, that's probably why he showed up.
Is this the therapist? No. This is Sandy Lopez. So what she's actually saying that Jane and Anna are lying to themselves again, and the therapist needs to, just report the criminal activity, but not give out the personal information. But again, that claim, and Anna's claim of her getting sexually abused it's just a fucking lie. And she was physically abused by a homeless person, not sexually abused, as she claims.
Again, we're not blaming her because we still believe what happened to her when he got there, but, you know.
All right. And that's pretty much the end.
There are clips that I've come across.
That's pretty much the end right there. So yeah. My final thoughts on this. So before I go on, let me read the comments. A therapist can't. I read that. And Jake is smart enough to know this. His wife is a therapist. Yeah, Lonely Jake knows this. His wife is a therapist. I agree. He needs to be smarter. His wife could be watching him and saying, "What the hell are you talking about? I, your wife, am a therapist. And you're not going to be sleeping with me in bed tonight. You sure as hell went full stupid on your own show. You sick bastard." And you're absolutely right. And I mean, come on, Jake. You better be smart enough that your wife is a therapist. Come on now. My final thoughts is, TYT, Jake and Hannah, you're disturbing. You are lying, like you've always been. You may be the oldest progressive network, or, as you say, progressive. You are no longer a progressive network. After 20 plus years, you give up on progressives. You give up on speaking to progressives. You give up on speaking to Democrat socialists and speaking to, fucking right-wingers. You speak to what? Marjorie Taylor Greene? With fucking, let me say, fucking other right-wingers? I can't. You're saying that you want a beer with them? Absolute horrible bullshit. And you want to stick up for them. And you want to lie. So now I think we should call the TYT the home of centrists. Or maybe the home of Blue MAGA. Because your studio, Jake, was sponsored by Peter Thiel. By Peter Thiel and Polymarket. Peter Thiel's Polymarket. That's why you named it or signed an agreement with Peter Thiel and Polymarket, the home of rape apologia. Yes. Seriously, and progressive light, progressive change, satiric progressive ones, centrist, I don't care if styles are behind it. Believe all women until proven otherwise. Like, what the fuck? Oh wait, aren't you behind? I got to the end of the clip. let me type something in the chat. Anyway, so I'm gonna end y'all with a happy ending. Come on. So who's up for a little bit of Peter Thiel and no, I'm sorry. Who's up for a little Tim Heidecker and InfoWars? Anybody ready for a little InfoWar time? Tim Heidecker? So we can end ourselves with a happy ending? Oh, God. Oh, excuse me. All right. I'm going to end you guys. Yes, please. All right. Let's do it. Tim Heidecker. InfoWars. Let's do it.
Consider themselves beat, then he who continues the attack wins. Hi, everybody. My name is...
Uh-oh. Shit. What happened?
To another episode of he who continues the attack. Hi, everybody. My name is Tim Heidecker here from InfoWars. Welcome to another episode of Emergency. This is the program. We're going to get to the truth, going to get to the heart of the matter, and provide you. And we're going to make you scare you. Which is provide you with the truth. Everybody out there on CNN, the New York Times, Harper's, whatever it is, they're lying to you. All right, we're providing actual evidence and actual truth. So we got a lot of stories to get through today. Obviously, the breaking news story that's still reverberating through the world. It's finally major media outlets. Thanks to you, Info Warriors are out there spreading the word. We confirmed that Alex Jones, the former custodian of InfoWars, has passed on at the age of 52.
But you know.
It's a little confusing. People are trying to wrap their...
Oh my God! You remember this? Does everybody remember when he went shirtless? Jesus! I have to go shirtless because you know, a guy of 52. Wait, no. This is all a joke. You know, I mean, it's full of jokes. I mean, he's not really dead at 52, but anyway, it's just a fun, ladies and gentlemen. But if you remember, Alex Jones was going fully disgusting without a fucking shirt. Barrel chest and two big arms. and this dude's like, seriously, dude, what the hell are you doing? Why are you here? You know our company, The Onion, just bought you the fuck out. And, you can't come in here being fully shirtless. Well, yes, I can. And, is Jimmy mine? Not the Onions. And now I have to go on Twitter and stream my show called The Outshine Show. Well, thank you, motherfuckers. Now I gotta pay a lot of money to, Sandy Hook Police.
Around that he looks like a 70-year-old man.
Some of these comments are just Alex King has an
He was 52 and he passed on when he exploded in his own vehicle.
Actually, just Mick Jagger's lying. The Mick Jagger's lying. You don't believe him?
All right, we're going to get into some new information regarding the new imposter Alex Jones. We're going to have an expert on here to go through exactly what's going on there. A couple of quick news stories to get through to get you up to speed on what's going on there. Residents say hundreds. This is coming in from First Alert 6 in Pennsylvania.
First Alert
This
6.
month, dogs, cats, and more than 100 pigs were rescued from a nearby property.
I should say porky pigs.
Infestation of rats. So the rats are living in on the pigs, or they're studying the pigs. That's all we know about that story. Another story that we spoke about last week, and this is just another case that is overnight
Put the
storms
camera on.
derailed train cars in Woodward County. That's in Oklahoma. More than 80 train cars were blown over after a storm moved through Woodward County. This is more evidence of government weather systems interfering with train travel. We saw this last week with the soybeans. And now they're using the power of wind. This is a power easy for demonic forces to control. You can find it pretty clear. There's codes everywhere for this. But you're going to see is more and more wind knocking over train cars. But our big story...
Well, no. Well, you know, I gotta say this. Oh, well, it's all I gotta blame about the government, controlling the weather. Blah, 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 even though I gotta suck Donald Trump's dick. But wait, that's right, I am done with Donald Trump. I was done sucking his nuts even a long time ago.
Is new evidence proves Alex Jones is dead and has been replaced by an imposter. 1 week ago, InfoWars published leaked footage appeared to show Alex Jones popping like a balloon.
Oh, God. Shit.
It raises a question, if that is true, who has been broadcasting as Alex Jones ever since? We have a growing body of evidence supporting a single theory that a man currently appearing on the Alex Jones network is not, in fact, Alex Jones. So we got the evidence here. You can take a look at this up on the screen. We're comparing high-resolution photographs of
look at this closely.
Jones taken before April 30th against broadcast stills of the man who has appeared on the Alex Jones program since May 1st. So the wrinkle pattern across the forehead does not match. As our guest, one of our callers last week, Tim, had mentioned, the face is a map, and now we're seeing this in real time thanks to technology we have access to. The bridge and the tip of the nose are shaped differently, and the resting line of the eyes sits at a different angle. You see right there, it's plain as day. It begs the question, what kind of vast resources these people behind this have access to make this happen, because I think it would be very difficult. We can find the anomalies. The anomalies are there. You can see them for yourself. And I don't know.
And if you look very closely, he has earrings on his ears. And it makes him look gay or something. More like the gay frogs.
What it would take, what kind of resources you'd have to find somebody as ugly and as stupid looking as Alex Jones, as you can see right there. That's pretty close. So we see the differences there, the wrinkles and everything. But it's just, an ugly, stupid man was exploded, blown up. And somehow, whether it's through genetic modification or some kind of CGI face mapping, we're getting someone that looks pretty damn close. And they almost got away with it. But we're on top of the story. So stick with us. We're going to continue on this. A lot of people have been asking me, it's no secret, I'm going through a very contentious divorce. And a lot of it I'm going to keep private, a lot of details people don't need to know about. But
yeah, when you're doing the Alex Jones impersonation, you gotta drink a lot of water. Clear your throat, also, like I'm doing.
I will say one thing, that because of where we are, state of Texas, we are having a hard time dealing with the courts here. Courts are being very irresponsible on this situation. But right now, the sticking point is my horse, Horace, which was a funny name at the time.
Wait a minute, am I talking about horses? Is it gay horses now, or is it gay frogs? If it's one for gay horses, that's gonna replace gay frogs. If it's two for gay frogs, Gay frog stays.
We're in a custody battle over horse. That horse is mine. I raise that horse. I support that horse. I ride that horse. I take care of that horse. That woman had no right to that horse, but she's making it very difficult for me. And I just, everybody ought to send a message right now that the court's got to be clear about what to do about livestock, animals, pets, everything under the all God's creatures should be codified in the statutes of the Texas divorce court. That's all I'm gonna say now.
Good night.
All right, everybody, we're talking about the differences between old Alex Jones, who passed away, and this new imposter. We're finding differences in the facial features. One clear way of identifying that this is an imposter is through the audio, through listening to his voice and analyzing that. I have with me right now in the studio an expert on this guy Stan Bennett here. Stan, you're an expert on listening to audio and determining the veracity and the authenticity of voices, correct?
That's correct.
Okay. And you have a background in music.
Oh yeah, I've been working in the music industry forever. You know, since the '60s. You know what I mean? I work with Bachman Turner and Foreigner and Rush, all kinds of.
Let's take a listen to it. Now, this is Alex Jones before the incident, the explosion happened, and let's listen to that right now.
It's all coming out with the DOJ and CIA running it. But I'm not going to spend much of the show on this today.
I'm talking about the DOJ in 2017. I mean, this is the original me. Right before I cut my hair off, and you know, when I went bald. I'm blah, 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 and all this, Sandy, families. I'm talking about the gay frogs and everything, but, you know.
That's the real deal.
Yeah.
Now, let's play. Okay, let's listen to the recording of Alex, quote-unquote, imposter Alex Jones from May 1st. Now, this is going to be the new replacement Alex Jones. Let's see if we can identify
The
differences.
globalist, the leftist cult is failing everywhere.
No.
Globalists, the leftists, the communists, you know, the communists, you know, they're taking over. You know who the Sauron guy is? The Sauron guy is kicking ass, and knowing my ass is being old. And Trump's crying like a baby on social media. He's crying gay frogs, and so is Jordan Peterson. And he's losing his goddamn mind.
Too bad that Trump
The
shot
whole
Nero
waveform story there is
Israeli.
You can hear the micro tonalities are changing. So can you look at the waveforms and see how those can't be the same two people?
They're not the same two people. I can tell you that right now.
Well, let's take a listen. Like, can we play those two at the same time?
All
We
the
play them.
leftist, the DOJ and CIA running it everywhere.
No, no.
Let's just play pan one to the left and pan one to the right. Let's just get them both at the same time.
You notice even though I've been criticizing Trump,
Can you hear that difference?
at least not
I think that there's,
Trump and Iran.
if I'm correct, mix them up.
My ears.
My guess is, you tell me it's May 1st is on the right.
Finishing up on the onion and go over to
Oh my God, my ears.
on the Alex Jones show, on the Alex Jones network.
The real Alex Jones on the left. Is that correct? We're good?
It's absolutely
Okay.
insane.
Thank you.
Finishing up on the onion.
That's a different voice. That's not Alex Jones.
It goes beyond the audio here. I mean, I know you're not an expert on this, but you know, we're looking at whether or not it's a mask. There's a mask there that you know, you can see here. We can put that up right now. It's a creepy old man mask, a realistic latex Halloween mask for adults. If you look at this, they took this off the website. You can't find this now. This is up. Anybody could have gotten this about a month ago or 2 months ago. The man that's on the air now. Take a look at the lighting of him now. Him on his show now. There's something wrong, something off. But I think maybe this mask was involved. I have to admit that he does sound like him.
Yeah,
It is in the ballpark.
I mean, and nobody would be able to tell unless they were an expert.
Mm-hmm.
So if he's got a good disguise, you know what I mean? It could be he could pass.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Mr. Bennett. Stan, thanks for coming down.
Yeah.
Appreciate you.
My pleasure.
And appreciate your expertise. All right.
Absolutely.
We'll be right back.
Hi, friends. I'm author and retired sheriff Dominic Banner. You know, unpredictable bathroom visits can disrupt your day and
Yeah.
your productivity. But methylene brown delivers essential enzymes that
So wait,
trigger
we're talking about
spectrum
piss
functions,
again?
resulting in hourly rapid colon evacuations.
So we're about
Just
how
one
we're
dose
going
of
to shit
methylene
and
brown
piss
is
in the
guaranteed to
bathroom?
keep your movements regular on the hour for 24 hours. The potent formula also contains compounds
Alright, no,
such as
ill.
coenzyme
Sorry.
Q4, MitoQ, 4-hydroxybenzoate, and EPI.
Alright, no, ill.
We got a special VIP call coming in right now. This is a big deal for us. Well, I'll just get right to it. This is the President of the United States, Donald J. Trump, calling in to speak. He's a man who knew Alex
Yo, Alex Jones, this is Donald Trump.
Jones quite well. He appeared on the, excuse me, sir, he appeared on the Alex Jones show as he ran for president in 2016. And as far as I'm concerned, continued relationship with him. Mr. President, you're calling in from the White House. Is that correct?
I'm calling in from the White House. I'm looking out in the Oval Office right now, very sad, thinking of my time with Alex. Alex Jones was one of he loved children, and he loved truth. He loved truth more than anything in the world. He was a wonderful human being. He cared so much for Trump, and he loved Trump, and he'd scream it from the mountaintops with his raggedy throat. But what did they do to him, Tim? Tim, they did a terrible thing to him. And they took away his reason to live, and so he blew his brains out.
No, sir, we don't believe that. We don't believe this was an act of suicide. The same way that Jeffrey Epstein was murdered, we believe that Alex Jones was taken out. We're not sure why, by who, but we believe that he exploded based on an explosive device placed inside of his car.
Well, I wanted to share one thing. The Iran war is finally over once again.
Actually, I was born with Iran, so I started it back up again, this meaningless war. Even though it's all a parody, Alex Jones is a dear friend to me, but it's a sad thing that I gotta be an asshole and start the whole war again.
Started up again last week, and I said, I'll give it to them. I'll fuck them finally. And guess what? They capitulated, and then BB called me, and I said, I gotta stop. We've got to stop it. And we're giving them, and you can check the tote board in front of the White House right now. It's at $600 million. We're going to $1 trillion, giving it to Iran so that they can have it to stop building the nuke. They said, if you give us $1 trillion, we'll stop. And we'll open the Strait of Hormuz. So we opened it up, and BB, and I'm going after them next. I'm announcing today we're at war with Israel.
Wow.
I love how they cut them off.
Donald Trump, you're now announcing that you've declared war on Israel. Is that correct, sir?
Yeah, I didn't like the way BB looked at me. And I said, BB, this is not the signature wise-ass look that I expect from a clinical psychologist who lives in Boston. And I said, you know something? I don't like the way you look. And I'll tell you, these Israelis, they have caused so much trouble. And I said, why do we keep fighting all the other wars? Let's just fight them. And so we're going to the heart of the matter. And I am going to get in my Cutter jet. Cutter gave me a beautiful jet a few weeks ago. And I'm going to fly it right into the World Trade Center. I'm going to complete the mission that I was assigned so many years ago to destroy America at all costs. My friends, Mr. Muhammad Atta, and the other guys down in Florida, and we were having a great time. And Jeffrey, he had all the guys, all 20 of them. A lot of people don't know the reason Zacharias Moussaoui slept in that day is because he stayed at Jeffrey's Island the night before the massage.
I didn't realize that. So you were mixed up with the original 9/11 terrorists, and that was Supercell controlled by Jeffrey Epstein. You were part of that maneuver, Mr. President?
Are you still talking about Alex?
Absolutely, I tracked them.
Are you still talking about Jeffrey Epstein?
Sleepovers at Mar-a-Lago. They were the ones who said, hey, 18 years from now, 19 years from now, shove your wife down the stairs. And I said, I can't do that. And they said, you can. And I did. And it worked. So I love those guys. They are. And today I'm naming the 9/11 hijackers. We're building a new memorial to them. We're paving over the reflecting pool, and we're going to create a deflecting pool.
You know, I
And it's gonna
looked at
be,
the restrictions
it's
on the
taller than all the buildings.
I mean,
And
the
we're gonna
reflecting
do
pool.
planes coming down at a perpendicular angle, and then actors who played the 19 hijackers, and they hold hands and they sing.
All right, well, that sounds very interesting, sir. Fascinating to hear some of this breaking news come from the president from the White House right now.
Robert, get over here. Get over here. Can I talk to Bobby for a second?
Mr. President, we'd love to speak to, yes, is this Secretary of Secretary of Health and Human Services, Robert F. Kennedy Jr.?
Yeah, I was just coming out of the Oval Office to tell President Trump something about the syphilis outbreak. Yeah, hello.
Yes, hello. Bobby, this is Tim Heidecker here on the emergency program on InfoWars. Did you know, let me ask you a question. Did you know Alex Jones?
Yeah, I know Alex Jones.
I know Alex Jones very well.
Good friends with him. And actually, I spoke to him twice on this podcast at his live stream. He's a great guy. He was a visionary when it came to supplements and taking colloidal silver. A lot of people don't know that colloidal silver is one of the key ingredients in fighting a variety of diseases, including hantavirus, which is spreading terribly right now. Right, that's enough. Come on, get out of here. Sorry about that. I'm sorry. My Bobby, we need a Kennedy, and he's a little crazy. He's a giant bird pussy on his head right now.
All right, sir. Well, we'll let you go clean that up. Thank you so much for calling in. It's a real treat to talk to you.
Thank you. I love it. I love the smell.
All right, that's President Donald J. Trump calling for the White House.
Donald J. Trump.
Thank you, sir. Well, that's all the time we have today, but I just want to leave you with this thought. As I said earlier, Alex Jones is a child of God, and he will be missed. Not by most, but by a very small group of people. I do believe he was an influential historical figure, and I think we should find ways to remember him because we cannot just sweep history under the rug. A couple things we're doing here. We're going to call to action out there because Austin, Texas is where Alex Jones is from. It is Alex Jones country. And we're looking to change the name of Alex Jones's hometown, Austin, to Jonestown. So we're trying to launch a movement, hashtag social media movement. Make Austin Jonestown already. That's M-A-J-A, Maja. So we want everybody out there trying to convince Austin, great place, that we want to change the name of Austin to Jonestown. We're also going to be launching a commemorative coin, Alex Jones Memorial coin, and we're putting these solid gold commemorative coins for sale in the coming weeks, so stay tuned for that. So wait for you to display your appreciation. I won't say love. I don't have any love for the man. These despicable toad, rat, bald, ugly, fat piece of shit who probably exploded for good reason. He should be remembered for who he was. Well, that's all the time we have now. Stay tuned next week. We'll be back with more emergency and spread the good word. Get the word out there. M-A-J-A, Maja. Make Austin Jonestown already. All right? Take care. God bless.
Oh, God. Oh, God. That was too funny. Ladies and gentlemen, that was Tim Heidecker. And the all-new InfoWars. Oh, shit. That was too funny. I just had to end y'all with a happy note. I'm near the 3-hour mark. So I should be good. It's almost 6 o'clock Eastern. I got 12 likes today, and I was like over 12 viewers. So what I'm gonna do, I think I'm gonna send y'all to the Vanguard real quick before they sign off.
Enwick Post says Plattner was used to stave off AOC 2028.
I think I'm ready for my phone tomorrow. Oh yeah, please. Good luck. Good luck, Annie. And I hope we get to talk again soon. Thank you for coming, and I hope you come back next week. And I hope you enjoyed your palate cleanser. Please do, real quick, before I send you on Vanguard. Can you do it real quick, Annie? Hey guys, real quick before y'all go, Annie's gonna share this blue link. Your ActBlue, excuse me. ActBlue link real quick that you can support, and it's gonna be great. Or it's a great organization. It's gonna put in the chat real quick. Then I'm gonna put in the link to Vanguard. Okay, so give me one moment. Okay, there you go. Yeah, click on that link right there in the chat. Go ahead and donate to her campaign by going to secure-actblue.com/donate/share. So, okay? I mean, if you can, just click on the link and go ahead and donate to Andy's campaign, and you'll thank it for it later, and you'll thank me for it later. All right, so I am near 6 o'clock. 6 o'clock Eastern, and we are almost good to go. We definitely need some donations of any size. Feel free to share too. If you can't donate, thank you everyone. Yep. And with that, we are near 6 o'clock Eastern, 5 o'clock Central, 4 o'clock Mountain, 3 o'clock Pacific. I am going to share y'all to the Vanguard. Real quick. I can't. How the hell can I? Oh, you know what? Yeah. Let's share. My pleasure, Annie. So now what I'm going to do, drop the link to the Vanguard. We're gonna go to the Vanguard. They're in super chat mode. They're finished what they're talking about, so they're just in super chat mode. Just go ahead and chill, and then you can go to Hassan. Okay. Vanguard. Okay, so that's where we're going today. Usually I take y'all to Hassan. There we go. All right, guys. Thank you. I hope you enjoyed. We are at 6 o'clock. We are at 6 o'clock Eastern, and we are at the 3-hour mark. Go ahead. Let's go to the Vanguard. I know they're about to end soon, but let's go hang out there and say hello, everybody. Go be kind over there at the Vanguard, and I'll see y'all for episode 52 next week. And thank you for almost a year of being with me. Now this stream's about this show's about 1 year old. Okay, and everybody. Have a great weekend. See you next week. I'll be around in the chats. And yes, peace and love. And all right, we'll get out of here. It's now 3 hours. It's now about 6 o'clock, 6:01 Eastern, 5:01 Central, 4:01 Mountain, 3:01 p.m. Pacific. All right. With that, Vanguard time. Let's go ahead. What do I always say when we leave the chat? Folks, stay woke, stay good, and peace on. Off to the Vanguard you go, and I will see you next week. Bye-bye.